So it seems that autumn is almost upon us, and with that comes shorter days, more rain, and university, which starts in probably 5 days or so. Hopefully it's not going to affect the amount of videos I can actually put out. I'm still going to try and do one every 2 days, but I mean, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to starting term. It's going to be good to get off my ass and do some productive work. So here we go. Here's a nice little battle I had against Jack with many Ks, and if you haven't seen him or heard of him, definitely check him out. I've been subscribed to him for a while. He makes some good videos. Now, right off the bat, he goes for a Toxic with his Vibrava here, and I have Shrew Manchu out. Now, I go for a knockoff, figuring, okay, get rid of his Eviolite, or if he's like a Choice Scarf thing, knock off whatever comes in. Don't know. Now he goes for Earthquake. That's not going to do too much, but obviously the Toxic is going to rack up quite heavily. So I get out the rocks, which is nice. And the next turn's kind of weird, because I think we both predict each other to switch out. Naturally, Sandshrew can't do anything to Vibrava, so he's going to predict my switch. And I thought he'd actually U-turn, predicting my switch here, and yeah, it didn't work out in the end, but whatever. I figure sacrifice Sandshrew, keep going for knockoff, and maybe not the best of choices, but like I said, I was fearing the U-turn the whole time, and I didn't want to go into, you know, Shiftry or Chimecho, because they both take super effective damage. But now I go into Stantler, go for a Retaliate with the Life Orb, and of course, because he's lost his Eviolite, there's no chance he's living that. So down goes the Vibrava, which is great. Now in comes Rapidash, and I know that Rapidash does naturally outspeed. So I figure, okay, let's go into Monferno to take a Flare Blitz. My physical wall is obviously dead, and Chimecho definitely would not appreciate a couple of Flare Blitzes, so I figure, okay, go into Monferno. And because I am Eviolite, and because Monferno does have, you know, reasonable, not completely terrible defenses, I assume it's going to be Choice Banded from the damage. And I don't see Life Orb, so yeah, probably. Don't know, but it could possibly be banded. So I go for a Vacuum Wave just for a bit more damage. Now here, I make a bit of a crucial over-prediction. I go into Mantine thinking, oh, he'll probably switch out and save his Rapidash for later, right? It would die to Stealth Rock, but he still has his Tentacle, so he could potentially go into that on my Mantine and then Rapid Spin away the rocks, but that doesn't happen. I go into Shiftry and it just takes a Flare Blitz and dies horribly. Sorry about that, Shiftry. You had to be the, you know, the guinea pig in this situation, this experiment of, you know, mind games and whatnot, but yeah, whatever. It brings in later on as I bring in my Stantler. He does predict my, well, I don't know if he predicted Earthquake here. I imagine he predicted the Jump Kick or something, but it goes to Tentacle anyway, and I am able to take that out with an Earthquake, which is nice. Now, Stantler is a bit of a weird Pokemon in that, like, both Stantler and Girafarig are pretty similar, except that Girafarig has a bit more special attack, and Stantler has a bit more physical attack. And they both get Sap Sipper, so obviously Stantler's going to benefit more from the Sap Sipper. And I believe it gets a wider variety of physical moves. It gets, like, it gets everything, really. Like, Jump Kick, Earthquake, Wild Charge, you name it. Hypnosis, it probably gets it. I have no idea why it gets all these moves, but I'll happily take it. And Sap Sipper is always nice for people who don't necessarily know that it does get the Sap Sipper, because it's not a very common Pokemon, put it that way. So I died to a Stone Edge there. I assume he was predicting my switch to Chimecho in the first place, which is why he didn't go for the close combat, which is fair enough. Now I go for a T-Wave here just to cripple this thing and then go for a Wish. Maybe I'll live, don't know. I should have probably just tried to kill him off with a Psychic there, but doesn't matter too much. I do still have my Mantine, which can outspeed thanks to the Paralysis. Now, Mantine is not the best of offensive Pokemon, but I thought, okay, just for a laugh, I had the nickname in my head, right? And I really wanted to make a Mantine before I forgot the nickname. And then I thought, yeah, I don't want to use Wall Rain today, I'll use Mantine. So I got Air Slash, Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, Agility. It's not too bad. It can potentially work. And it has the bulk to survive maybe one hit, especially if it's a special hit, while you set up the Agility. Now in comes Layer on his last Pokemon, and I go for a Hydro Pump, I miss, which is unfortunate, and then he's going to hit the head smash. That's what I get for relying on Hydro Pump. I think head smash has the same accuracy, but that's how the random number generator goes, my friends. You cannot trust it whatsoever. So that could have gone either way, but yeah, that was a really good game nonetheless. Really interesting game. Definitely check out Jack if you haven't already. I'll leave his link in the video description. And with that being said, I will see you all next time. Goodbye.